Peace and blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom channel. This is Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. Y'all know I go live every Friday night to go ahead and drop the bomb on y'all. For all y'all that be hating on the GOAT James Kingdom panel, shout out to everybody that's already in the comments. I see my boy Crash. Shout out to Liddy. 6-0. It's here. 6-0, y'all. 6-0 is in the building. This is what they do. We have them all here. Shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for joining me again. I am a Johnny the Exposer. This is Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer as I come live every Friday night right here off the GOAT James Kingdom channel, right off YouTube. Shout out to everybody who is a member and a subscriber to the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the content. Hit the ring notification. And if you're not a member or a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe and become a member of the GOAT James Kingdom platform. As you know, Brandon and I do it better than anybody when it comes to the GOAT conversation and representing LeBron James. But tonight's show, we're going to have some fun here, y'all. We're going to have some fun. I see everybody here. We're going to discuss, the basketball landscape. Are the international players really better than the actual American players? So we're going to discuss the players on both sides of the spectrum. So we're going to have some fun. Shout out to John, who is also a GOAT James Kingdom member. Much love and respect to you. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you can check us out also on Facebook, because we are also on Facebook. You can catch us on TikTok. You can catch us on Instagram. And you can also catch us right here on YouTube. As you guys know, we are we are GOAT James Kingdom. I am a Johnny the Exposer. So I'm here tonight so we can have some fun. I'm going to put the link up here shortly so everybody could join and get involved with the show here. Because that's what Friday Night Exposure is supposed to be about. You get a chance to speak to me one-on-one. A lot of these guys seem to think that I have time to read your comments and listen to your comments. I really don't. If you really want to have a conversation with me about basketball, the best way to do that is to come right here on the GOAT James Kingdom platform and speak to me. And speak to me like a man, because if not, you will be exposed by the Exposer, because I don't play no games. So what's good, Twin Man? I see Twin Man is also in the building. Shout out to everybody that's already in the comments. Y'all make sure to hit the like buttons, man. Make sure you hit the like buttons. Again, we are also on Facebook. You can catch the live on Facebook at GOAT James Kingdom. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. So let's get right to it. So as y'all know, the NBA sends their players to go play international basketball. So they go to FIBA. They go to the Olympics. It's been happening since '92. They've been allowing the professionals to go play and represent the USA. But they didn't even get bronze this year in the FIBA. So a lot of people are saying that, the NBA players are not as good as the international players because they can't beat them. They don't know how to play basketball. We lost out on big men and all this other nonsense, man. And anything else y'all hear, y'all let me know, because I've heard some crazy nonsense. Says the top three. Liddy says the top three players are not international. Are not American players. So that would constitute Giannis, Joker, and Embiid. I'm guessing that's what you're saying. It's funny because a year ago, I would have thought Luka would have been in the top three, but I guess Luka's no longer in the top three. So is that the case? Is Luka no longer a top three player? Is it automatic that it's just Embiid, Joker, and Giannis? But if we really look at it though, right? Let's take a look at it, y'all. Let me put the link up so everybody could join, for those that want to join. But if we take a look at the players that are on this list here, let's start off with the backcourt. All right, so Ja Morant is not somebody that y'all would say should be on the USA team, right? He got suspended, so we wouldn't add Ja Morant, but he is one of the top players in the USA. And I'm adding players that are at least 30 years or younger, because we don't want to really send LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard, all these older guys. I forgot to put in what's his name here, and even Anthony Davis. These are guys that have already done the actual, the Olympic stuff. They've done the FIBA already. They've already been on the Olympic, team before. I'm trying to find new crop of players that we can use for the USA team, right? So if we got we got Ja Morant, we got Trae Young, we got De'Aaron Fox, we have Zach LaVine, we have Anthony Edwards, Jalen Brunson, and Garland. Okay, these are the guys that we would bring up as our guards or basically our backcourt. And then our front court, which is what everybody's been saying we've been lacking in, we got Tatum, Mitchell, Jaylen Brown, you got Jaren Jackson, Julius Randle, Clinton Portis, Jared Allen, Mitchell Robinson, Kevin Looney, Claxton, and Eric Mobley. These are guys that I think are very good and very sound players in the NBA. All these guys are either top 20 in scoring or in rebound. So let me bring up Crash here. What up, Crash?
My bad, I was on mute. What up, Johnny? Salute GJK.
I can't hear you. Go ahead, Crash. I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was saying salute everybody and salute GJK. So
appreciate that. What's good, brother?
Yeah, not much. I'm just checking out his live stream or whatnot, and I do believe you got some international players that are better than USA players. But if people are like using the FIBA Cup to like determine if NBA players are better or they could beat the international players, I think it's like kind of dumb, because it's like we all know in FIBA they don't really take that serious. Like they send out their C or B team, because if they were taking it serious, Jason would have been, and maybe even a little Steph or whatever, like they would have out. They would have really sent the 18. So it's like don't even really care too much about it. So and Luka than Embiid.
Luka's better than Embiid. I see John agrees with you there. Luka's better than Embiid. A lot of people be hating on Embiid. Embiid is a beast. The last 2 years, Embiid has been a real true baller. I know people like to bring up the quote unquote the playoff translation. That's your favorite thing. But I mean, if you look at the international players, right, they don't really have no backcourt outside of Luka and SGA. You got Jamal Murray, RJ Barrett, Anunoby, Clarkson and Schroeder. Like who else they got? You have Buddy Hield, you have Dort, the dude from OKC. I mean, they don't really have a good backcourt. They have the front court because you have.
Are you talking about Josh Giddey?
Who? Oh, Josh Giddey.
Giddey?
You can ask Josh Giddey too, but he's young. That's what I'm saying. Like, these are their backcourt. We got the backcourt, and mind you, like I said, I'm not even bringing up the true guys. Like I'm not bringing up the Jimmy Butlers, the Damian Lillards. You know what I'm saying? Like guys that, like I said, that have already played, the James Hardens, the Westbrooks, guys that have already played in the Olympics. I'm just bringing up guys that I don't even think were on the Olympic team yet. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
because Schroeder, right? Germany won the gold, right?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Exactly. I think Schroeder was their best player. But if you look at the front court, right? You got the front court. You got Giannis, Joker, Embiid, Gobert. You got Bam Adebayo. You have Markkanen.
But
you have
don't you
Pascal.
But don't you think that Germany winning was like all about continuity? Because usually USA always switches up their team. Like it's never really like they stick together with the squad and they bring out the same people. Most they've been together for multiple years, so it's like they build continuity. So I could understand them winning, because hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. So at the end of the day, you can have all those talents, but if the continuity ain't there, then it's not gonna end out good most of the time.
No, I agree with you, because see, that's what I was gonna say. Also, is that when you really look at the landscape of what American players do, a lot of these guys are not good at playing multiple roles. They're one-faceted type players. They're used to being the main guy. It's kind of like like Westbrook. Westbrook can't you know, it's hard for Westbrook to be Westbrook without Westbrook being able to do him. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me, like Carmelo Anthony and Allen Iverson and all these players that were star players, but they don't know how to play other roles. They can't separate
Ball
themselves. That exactly, they can't separate themselves from all of that. So what you have is you have all of that as a problem when you just bring these guys together and hope that they can just run against some guys that are actually able to play multiple roles because of where they come from and how they learned how to play basketball. International players, especially when you play for the national team, it's another thing too. You get your roles changed because you might be someone like a Dylan, right? A Dylan Brooks, and all of a sudden now Dylan Brooks is like the best defender supposedly in FIBA because he has a different role. He's able to do different things. It depends on what it is. But it does show you how great the NBA is because all of these players are in the NBA. So that's why the NBA is still a great league, and it's really the world's league in America because no other American sport has this much international stars in it like the NBA does. Crash, I'm going to bring up somebody else afterwards, brother. You got anything you want to add on to that? Because I see you like washing dishes or something.
No, man, go ahead. Do your thing, bro. Yeah, I'm watching this one, man. I'm about to chef it up. So go ahead, do your thing.
I see.
Be here listening.
No doubt. But again, you know, I think that the international players are good. I mean, if you want to say that they have the most players in the top 5, because it's guaranteed that Luka, Giannis, Embiid, and Joker are top 5 in today's NBA. So you have them as the top 5 players is definitely it's definitely something that could be set for international, but do they really have the overall best players? Because mind you, I'm not adding KD here. We don't see LeBron. There's no Anthony Davis. There's no Stephen Curry. There's no Damian Lillard. No Harden. There's a few players that are that I didn't want to add. You know, Paul George. You know what I'm saying? These are all great players. The reason I didn't add them is because, like I said, I didn't want to add nobody over 30. I'm just thinking about how great the NBA is with the young talent. So. Let me bring up Alex. Alex is back again for another Friday night exposure with the Exposer. What's good, Alex? You available?
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah,
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. I thought my mic was off. What's going on?
Nothing. What's good?
Obviously, last time was a blowout for me. You had me there clearly, so. You know, I'm sorry for being an ass and all that last time. I get a little hot-headed. You know, you and me are kind of the same. We both want to get our points, assert our points. We'll see you guys are talking about that today. What I wanted to talk about this time was from last time. You did say something that kind of stood out to me. It's not about international basketballs, and I don't want to change the subject. So I'll make it 3 minutes tops, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, go ahead. You got it. Go ahead. Let me hear what you
got. All right, so
go ahead.
So what you said last time, Dwayne Wade wasn't top 75 until 2021. You know, I forgot about the anniversary. I thought it was 2020, or no, last year. But I remember the anniversary now because of what? Magic and Mike walked in together, and Thomas didn't want to greet him. You know, he kind of just bypassed Mike, right? But anyhow,
he didn't bypass Mike. Mike has been Mike has clearly stated his disdain for Isaiah.
Oh yeah, he does hate him too. You know what I'm saying?
Isaiah does not have to coddle to Michael Jordan in any kind of way, and nor did I ever say, or GOAT James Kingdom ever say Dwayne Wade is not top 75. That would be erroneous, false, and disingenuous. So I don't know where you keep getting that. We said Dwayne Wade's not top 75, but go ahead, continue. And the top 75 team is 2020-22 season. That was last year.
Right. Yeah, so, point being made, you have Jordan fans say it. I've heard LeBron fans say it, that LeBron never had top 75 help. And clearly you're right, because when they were playing, there was no induction. There was no top 75 until last year, like you said. Mm-hmm. So a lot of LeBron fans will say, Dwayne Wade, Bosh, Allen, and Bosh not even top 75 anyway, so that is a lie.
Exactly.
But Wade and Allen are. So if that's the case, then it kind of does change the narrative a little bit, because if he never had top 75 help, the way people say he did not, then that means he never really faced any top 75 players as he played years back. Clear example, Oklahoma against the Heat 2012. You know, he faced Russell Westbrook, Harden, Durant. You know, I've heard people say, well, that's a top 75 team. They weren't top 75 in 2012. Nobody was. LeBron, sorry, I'm out of breath here. LeBron never faced any top 75 players in his life until just last year before that, the anniversary. But you got a lot of Bron fans, and even Jordan fans, let's say it, that he had top 75 help. That's what LeBron or Jordan fans be saying, but it's a lie. If he never had top 75 help, which is the narrative, then he never faced anybody. Curry, Durant, Tim Duncan, Kawhi Leonard, Dirk, Jason Kidd, everybody I just said. That's one of the points I wanted to make. Another point that I wanted to bring up, and I'll be quick because, like I said, I know you're trying to talk basketball. I don't want to take you from that. People say Rodman was top 75. Rodman and Pippen, as of right now, are top 75. Yes, but in the 1990s, they were not.
Pippen was
October
top
29th. Huh?
Pippen is top 50.
Rodman's not though. And I'm not saying you
Rodman's
said that.
not, but Pippen is top 50.
Right. I'm not trying to sit here and say you said
while
that.
he was still playing, he was top 50 in the middle.
Right, Pippen and Jordan were top 50, but you got all these. You got a lot of people, and even like I said, Jordan fans come with their lies. If you're not lying, you've exposed them obviously. But you got some LeBron fans that I've seen. I don't go James Kingdom, but other pages. I might have seen it on your page. I don't know, man. I follow so many pages, but they'll say that Pippen and Rodman were top 75. They were not top 75. Rodman wasn't even top 50. Rodman only had 2 All-Star appearances. He's top 25 in rebounds. He didn't score, and he wasn't top 50. So in my opinion, he's a bit overrated. You know, they try to hype that whole Rodman narrative up so they can.
Overrated? Is that what you just said?
I mean, I'm not saying it like that, but you know the way people make him sound, they overrate him like he's top 70. He wasn't even top 50. He wasn't top 50. So when they say Jordan had Pippen and Rodman, they're saying that to weaken his legacy. Because I can go back and look up that Malone and Stockton were top 50.
But why does that weaken Jordan's legacy to appreciate the players that were on his team? I don't get that. Like, why do you guys do that? Like, why do you guys assume that because we give other people credit that it's to discredit Michael Jordan? I don't get that.
Did I say it, Johnny? Did it? No. You're taking what I'm saying out of context.
I'm just saying, no, because that's what you're saying. You're saying they're doing that to diminish Jordan in some sense, but no, it's because Rodman was one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Scottie, yeah, of course, was one of the greatest players to ever play the game. So that is a reality that Jordan's fans have to. And
once again, yeah, I admit that, but I didn't say you said that. I'm not putting words in your mouth. No, other Bron fans will say that, and they'll say. Rewind what I said. Pippen and Rodman were both top 75. I've heard LeBron say that. Not when they were playing, no. So that doesn't count. It's like LeBron James, you know. Sure, he didn't have top 75 help, but he never played any top 75 players while he was alive. LeBron fans will say, I didn't say you, but I've seen a lot of them say that. You know, I've seen it on Go Talk.
But listen, a lot of those groups don't even let me post anything. So let's talk about.
Yeah, but these guys are Bron fans.
Let's talk about me because this is the
okay.
Because you're talking about other people. I take one for the team all the time. So I let you know right now, the top 75 team nonsense starts with you, Michael Jordan fans, because all of a sudden, Carmelo Anthony.
So LeBron fans have never said it.
No, I'm telling you that the idea of bringing up top 75, either competition or help, started from the Michael Jordan fan base camp.
Yeah.
Because of the 2022 LA Laker roster, because they had Carmelo Anthony, they had Anthony Davis, they had Westbrook, okay? And these were all supposedly top 75 players, and supposedly Jordan never had that, even though Jordan played with Robert Parrish, Rodman, and Pippen, all top 75 players.
But not when they were playing. Parrish was, yes. Not when they were playing. When they were playing, they were top 50. Dennis Rodman was not.
No, yeah. I mean, again, that's what I was trying to tell you about who was talking top 75 in 2015. That's why I brought that up. Because again, these are what you guys have to do, because the things that Michael Jordan holds are no longer enough. So you have to find ways to diminish other players' careers. So Jordan can still stay.
I've seen LeBron fans do it everywhere.
Nobody, again, what you consider diminish is not diminish. Us giving Scottie Pippen his praise is not diminishing Michael Jordan. That is your fault.
What about this past season?
That Michael Jordan did more with less, when in reality Michael Jordan had a lot of help to do what he did.
Then how come LeBron got beat by what? The Joker? He's not even top 75, and he swept Anthony Davis and LeBron this past year. I mean, you can't say he's not top 75.
But I can tell you that he's a two-time back-to-back league MVP. He's one of the best players in the league. They were one of the best.
He still swept them.
He's
not even top 75.
That's fine. He still made the playoffs with the team that he had that wasn't even in the playoff picture throughout the season. He was able to take them to the Western Conference, beat Stephen Curry, the player that y'all swear is better than LeBron James. He was able to
I never said that.
He was able to beat two teams that had a better record than his team, and he faced the team that won the championship, the
praise
best
to
team
him
in the league. Of course, it's praise to him. That's why he's the GOAT. His name is.
But like I said, that doesn't change the fact that he got swept by a guy who's. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I knew you were going to say he's top. He was back-to-back MVP. The man's not even top 75. If Jordan got swept, him and Pippen were both top 50 by a non-top 50 member. You would never hear the end of it.
Listen, Michael Jordan has failed countless times. You don't want to even acknowledge it.
I've acknowledged it. What, he was 1-8, 1-9 in the first round?
Losing to the Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference Final in your 20th NBA season is not a knock, even though it's a sweep.
Of course, they're going to say that because they know Jordan fans are going to come with their hate and they're going to come with what they're going to say.
No,
so they got to say that.
Of course, you have to say that because Jordan doesn't have the resume. He doesn't have the resume. That's it. He doesn't.
Who did he have against that Celtic team his second year? He was practically a rookie. His second year against a stacked, legendary team. Like, he's not beating Larry Bird.
He had a team that he couldn't even make a 7th seed or a 6th seed or a 5th seed in a 23-team league. I don't want no excuses for him being an 8th seed. He shouldn't have been an 8th seed.
But he wasn't going to beat that Celtic team.
It doesn't matter. If he wasn't an 8th seed, he didn't have to face them. He should.
So does that change anything? No. LeBron James, like I said, back to what I was originally saying, the man never faced no top 75 players.
He did, and I got a graph to show you that he did. You're saying
2020 before 2022. Who did he face? Besides after that, I don't care about after that. Of course, it's the truth.
He faced Stephen Curry. That Stephen Curry's not top 75 player. He beat Stephen Curry this year.
Well, yeah, this year, but I'm saying before that. Before that, you got me on that one. I don't care about this time.
He beat the defending champs this year. He beat the defending champs, and you want to talk about being swept? That's what he did in year 20. That's what he did in year 20. Did I
disagree with this year? No. I'm talking about all those years back. Because clearly that's what Bron fans do. You don't want to talk about other Bron fans. You're trying to deflect and manipulate this because you just want it to be about you and me.
About you and me. Listen, it's the exposure. This is what you came for. This is what happens when you. This is what this is for.
So I can't talk about other Bron fans saying that stuff that's completely nonsense and asinine.
What's the purpose? What's the purpose of bringing them up when I didn't bring up that conversation? I don't want to talk about that. I'm not here to hear you.
I see guys do it on Goat James Kingdom all the time. That's your page. You made the page, didn't you?
Listen. That's why you're safe in the comments. I'm not here to let you rant to LeBron James fans. This is GOAT James Kingdom. This is not where you get to rant and get your upset out and get all your little whatever out for them. We don't got time for that, brother. Listen, man, you've been a pleasure. I'm going to move on to the next person because King John has been patiently waiting for me to show up because he's a real LeBron fan and he's a real GOAT James Kingdom fan. Shout out to John. What's good, John?
What's up, bro? What's up?
Listen, man, these dudes are sick, man. I don't get these guys, man.
And you arguing with people who didn't even really see Jordan play. Again, Johnny, I'm from Chicago. Me and you the same age. I seen Jordan play. I'm different than most of these people you argue with, and most of Jordan fans who don't even know who Jordan is. Most of these people can remember Jordan from 96 on because that's when they got to start seeing him play because that's when he came on cable.
I tell people that all the time. I mean, I was 11 years old in 92. So even then, I can't say that I was really watching Michael Jordan play. I remember watching the finals, but what do I really remember? What did I really know about basketball at that time? You see what I'm trying to say? You would have to be in your 50s to literally say I remember watching the 90s. If you're, you know what I'm saying, and like you said, most of these cats we're talking to, they're in their 30s. So that means they were even younger than me. Like I said, at 8 years old, like this dude was, what were you watching at 8 years old? You were not sitting around telling your family members, please put on Michael Jordan versus the Utah Jazz tonight.
Yeah, he I remember his conversation with you last week. He said he was from Gary, Indiana. His family went. So that means you ain't even really from Gary. That means you just visited sometime. and you wasn't visiting during the school year when the NBA is actually going. You was there during the summer when the NBA wasn't going. So I wish I was a part of that conversation last week, but
No, but it's funny though, because like I tell them, it's like they get mad at us, right? Like he's saying he wants to talk about LeBron fans, right? What LeBron fans say. Why do they care about what we do? Why are you all up in our business? Why are you even care about what's going on this side of the field? You don't care about basketball. You don't
you
even want to talk about the international and NBA players.
you ain't see what I posted in the fan group page? Michael
seen
Jordan fans know more about LeBron James than they know about Jordan. I mean, they do. But I do want to get back to your Olympic thing. Tatum is one. He's the best American born player under 30. So I believe he's the start. I think he's going to be the catalyst for everything for the Olympics. I think John Morant should go to the Olympics because I think he's one of our best guards. I think he can bring energy to the energy and defense, and he can push a pace. Even though De'Aaron Fox can push pace as well. I think we got some nice young talent. I do think the two top players in the world are international, which is Giannis and Joker. I think Giannis is number one, Joker is number two, and I think Tatum is number three. I think those are top three players in the world right now.
I mean, again, the international players. Let me mute you real quick because you got a little echo. The international players are good, but like you said, John Morant, Tatum, Brown, these are guys that I think are really, really talented players that are like if they were on the USA team, and my thing is bringing in role players like a Jared Allen and a Looney and a Portis would be good. These guys know how to play their roles. That way you can let an Edwards go off, you can let a Morant go off or a Tatum go off. But these guys don't know basketball anyways. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, they don't even know how to argue basketball. We have one here saying there's no negotiations. Jordan's the best of all time because of 72-10, which is a team record. Like, it doesn't make sense. That's the sick record. So is 73-9. These guys are
again, 73-9 team that wasn't with all these expansion teams either. I mean, the NBA was still becoming it was still becoming a league, becoming a bigger league with all these expansion teams when the Bulls won all them games.
Yeah.
And I also put a quote up there when Dennis Rodman said the 90s was a
watered down. Yeah, he said it was watered down. It's very easy to win. Adrian, I don't think LeBron should. I don't know whether rumors are coming about LeBron playing in the 2024 Olympics. I mean, that would be. I mean, come on, to be in your 40s doing the Olympics? Has anybody been in the Olympics at his age? I mean, most people who join the Olympics are in their 20s, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't.
There's no Americans that's ever played in their 40s. I think it's been other players from other countries who's played in their 40s. But they didn't need him. They didn't need that 40-year-old to play. I mean,
they don't need him now. They don't need LeBron now. Like I said, you got all these guys here that you can play. You don't need LeBron. You don't need Steph. You don't need KD.
Only reason I believe Steph should play because he's never played in the Olympics. That was the only reason I believe if anybody should play Steph is because Dame played when KD played the last time, but Steph is the only one who hadn't played in the Olympics.
Steph never played in the Olympics.
No, he played in the FIBA, I think, one of those times, but he never played in the Olympics.
That's interesting. Let me bring up some other folks. You got any last words for these haters?
Hey, keep going to Johnny. You represent us the right way everywhere place you go. I'm following you everywhere. So keep doing what you're doing, bro.
I appreciate that, man. That's King John, GOAT James Kingdom member, y'all. Representing GOAT James Kingdom. Y'all can catch him on all our platforms because he let y'all have it. Plus his own Facebook page is full of great LeBron material, man. Shout out to you, John. You have a good one, brother. Appreciate you. Man. Yeah, man. Twin Man. That's my brother, Twin Man. What's good, Twin Man? Thanks for being patient, brother. What's good, bro?
What up, Johnny, bro? Like, I was listening.
I
don't know why people do this to themselves, bro. Like, get this man his flowers, bro. This has been 20 years of dominance, 20 years of excellence. Let this man live. Give him his flowers. But let's get away from that and get to the Olympic team. I
Mhm.
say let them all play, bro. You
The
need
old
that
guys,
veteran leader.
the old guys.
I feel like you need that veteran leadership on this team. I feel like if you have a good, decent mix, I feel what you're saying. Like maybe it's for the younger team, but I think it would be a feather in the cap for his farewell tour. He brings a gold medal home. I can understand if he was deteriorating, then I would agree with you. He's still playing at a like an all NBA level. I say let him have it.
But
I'm not sitting here now. Now hear me out. I'm not sitting here saying he needs to start. I'm
no, he
not
doesn't.
sitting here.
He won't even start. He'll come off the bench because
Right. That's what I'm saying.
he's
Let
not trying
like
to
you
play
have you
30 minutes.
imagine that lineup, whatever
Uh-huh.
starting five they put out there, and then you have LeBron, KD, and Steph coming off the bench.
That's what I'm saying. Are they really going to play? Are they going to be really interested? Is it because that's the thing?
I
Man,
think
these
they
guys that
would
are
be.
playing, these guys that are playing for their country, they're playing. You seen how that German coach was talking to his players? You see, Schroeder told him, "Yo, man, don't touch me like this, man."
But like real talk though. I
It's
feel like
real for those people over
like
there. Man.
let's be
It's
real
real.
here. In the next,
Uh,
let's call it 5 seasons, all of the great players of our generation will be gone.
which ones? That's what I'm saying. But we have this new generation right here. This talent right here is incredible.
I feel you, but I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see our generations. Like I'm not gonna even lie. I wish Melo was still playing so he could play. Like it's just a part of me. Like this is the nostalgia in me. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see my generation's greatest players. Because yes, I was born in the
One last
80s.
time. One
But
last.
like you said, I was born in the 80s. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't
Yeah.
really get interested in basketball until my, 15, 16 years old.
Mhm.
So my generation of players is the LeBron James, Kobe, the tail end of Kobe, that Lakers dynasty in the early 2000s on. I want to see my generation players go out with a bang. If they was deteriorated now and they was really washed up, I would really agree with you. But KD still can ball. Steph is still balling. Braun is still balling. I mean, I'm not going to act like they need to start. They don't. Let them come off the bench. So if you need that veteran leader, even if you have a mix and you have that veteran leadership in the starting lineup and you have the rest of them coming off the bench, do it that way. I feel like let them go out with a bang, and it would be even better for them to bring home the gold because even though it would be a team effort, you already know who the focal point would be if LeBron's on the team, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like to like, I just feel like there's really no need to bring those guys in. The real problem is that today's players don't have a real niche to be praised international wise to bring home the medal. It's not like it's not that much of a big deal. These guys are they're big, man. They're already global. They go international every summer. These guys go and market their brand overseas all the time. They love China. They love going all over the place. They go all over the world. The NBA is already global. So even if you bring LeBron James in them, I don't see how it brings the vigor of them wanting to just bring home the gold. They just don't.
I'm just talking about bringing home the gold. I would love LeBron to get one more gold medal. Steph
Is it
to
in Paris?
actually play in the Olympics and get his first gold medal. You feel what I'm
Not, no,
saying?
since Steph hasn't played, he should be there. Steph should be the veteran. Like, that should be the guy they bring. Stephen Curry, the true American that changed the game. He should go there. Since everybody wants to make him a top 10, and he should have a gold medal. He needs to go over there and start balling. Is it in Paris, as John said? Is it really in France?
I believe it is. Like I think it's I can't say it's not. He's a fringe top 10 player.
He's not top 20. Get out of here. I don't even want to hear that.
I mean, but hold up. If you know people's weird criteria. If we're going by your criteria, which I love your criteria, he's not close to top 10. But if we're going with let's put our
that makes him top 10.
Let's put our subjective hats on real quick.
Yes, give it to me. Give it to me. Let's go. And then I'll get you up here.
Let's put our subjective hats on. Because you know how a lot of people do it. Oh, how did he changed the game? You see what I'm saying? Like he changed the game. Everybody wants to shoot threes now.
Okay, impact wise. So the impact.
So his impact on the culture, his impact on the game. Okay. I mean his ball handling skills, all the fringe things people like to say. That's why I said he's a fringe top 10 player. But if
Okay.
we're being real, Steph Curry,
Uh-huh.
he's in that like 15-ish. You said he's not top 20. He's
not
in that
top 20.
15-ish, 12-ish range.
He's not okay. Let's do this. Okay, let's just do off the impact alone. Let's name 10 most impactful players, including Stephen Curry. So Stephen Curry's one. Who's the other?
No, he wouldn't even be one. That'd
No,
be
I'm just
disrespectful.
saying he's one of them. Now he's not number one. I'm just saying he's one. He's one. That's one player. We got to name 9 other players and figure out if Stephen Curry's even where is his impact compared to those players before we put him in the top 10 because of impact or top 20 because of impact.
So if we're talking like the highest, we're talking about the most impactful players ever.
Ever. So you got Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
Wilt Chamberlain, LeBron James.
Yeah, Wilt Chamberlain, LeBron James. I would have to say Magic Johnson, Larry Bird.
Oscar
Ray
Robertson.
Allen. I have to toss Ray Allen in there.
Ray Allen? For what?
Yes. I knew you was going to say that, but hear me out. There's not a lot of basketball players that have a movie. And he started. He
doesn't have a movie. He played in a movie.
He played in a movie, and he played with Denzel Washington, and he kind of made people want to start shooting threes.
No, I wouldn't go as far as that. He's not that. No, he's not. Ray Allen does not have that.
Gotta put Ray in there.
No. Ray's not there. It's definitely not top 10. Nowhere top 10. We were good. We was at 7. You stopped there. We got Allen Iverson.
Well, if we're gonna take Ray out, it's got to be Allen Iverson.
You got Allen Iverson, right? You got Allen Iverson, right? Can we say KD changed the game or impact the game with his?
You said KD or KG?
KD or Dirk Nowitzki?
No.
Dirk Nowitzki.
No.
Okay. So we got Michael, Wilt, LeBron, Magic, Bird.
I would say Tim Duncan.
How? Where? Doing what?
I feel like he focused on the fundamentals so much and footwork. Like him and Akeem Olajuwon focused on that footwork. Their low post game. They brought the big man back when he started being relegated to the back burner in the 90s.
No. The last guy I'm going to give you is Dr. J.
Yes.
So Dr. J. So we got about 8 or 9 people. Stephen Curry's.
What about somebody like Jerry West?
I said Jerry West. Oh,
you did? What about Pistol Pete?
He didn't impact. I mean, he did impact the game, but he had such a short career. It was hard to say because there was still some other guards that came around that same time that were still as flashy as him. But he was just, he was the white boy. He was
because if we're trying to go flashy, I mean, Tim Hardaway had his little crossover move that everybody tried to emulate.
No, because Pistol Pete's dribble skills changed how the NBA allowed players to dribble. And
right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, Bob Cousy's another one. And Bill Russell.
I mean, there's a lot of impactful players on basketball.
That's what I'm saying. So Stephen Curry, as great as his impact was to the game, it's still not enough to make him top 10 or, like you said, fringe top 10. You want to put him in the top 10?
Honestly, no. But he made the 3-point shot sexy. Let's be real. Who was really everybody wanted to dunk. Everybody wanted to fly through the air like MJ or Vince or now like Zach LaVine. You see what I'm saying? Like everybody wanted to fly through the air. He made jump shooting sexy. Let's be real.
He made the long ball sexy because
that's what I'm talking about. He made 3-point shooting sexy.
Because there was that year in 2016 where he hit like 2 or 3 game winners or like not like buzzer beaters. They weren't even game winners. They were just buzzer beaters for like that, whether it was halftime, where he just shot something from like half court, or he shot something from like 40, 50, feet, and it was like it just went in. Like the OKC game, it's like don't let him shoot the ball at all. There was a point in time you don't let Stephen
like how many players shoot a 3-pointer, just turn around and start jogging up court, bro?
I mean,
come on.
No, yes, he has the swag because he's from this generation, so he does have the he's the little brash kid. He's light skinned.
Can we do by position the most impactful players by position?
He said this light skin talk making A Johnny sick, man. Listen, I'm the light skinned brother, man. I'm Haitian, and you know they call me Blanc. So I'm used to the light skin talk. I just don't think Stephen Curry's top 20, bro. It's hard to do that.
Well, if we're gonna be honest, by your criteria, I can agree.
Yeah, I'm going
I
by
can
my
agree.
criteria. By my criteria, by his resume. Now, as far as his talent, his talent wise, what he was able to do. I mean, like we said, he's definitely top 10 in impact. I say his impact is only third to Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain's impact in the game of basketball itself.
Well, if I feel like Kareem had the most unstoppable shot.
Yeah, but nobody could do it. So it wasn't nobody was trying to be Kareem.
But people was trying to emulate it.
People were trying to emulate Dr. J.
That's true. And Jordan.
People couldn't emulate Shaq. Shaq, even though Shaq had a little bit of an impact as well. Kobe's impact, another guy, Kobe, we didn't even mention Kobe impact. What was Kobe's real impact other than a saying? That's the Mamba mentality saying. That right there, the Mamba mentality, the work ethic, the idea that I'm just going to come out here every night and just show you that I'm just better than you every night. Doesn't matter what it is. And in basketball, Kobe didn't care about other things. He wanted to do it in basketball. Jordan was supposed to be competitive outside of basketball, like the little quarter thing with the little security guard. But Kobe just brought that mentality, that idea that I'm just going to be great and no one's going to stop me. So
I'll give you that.
Let me bring up Craig so then so I can get up out of here and everybody can enjoy it.
Tell Craig I said what up.
Yes, what's up, man? He's gonna get a chance. He got a lot to say. I guarantee you. Watch this, y'all. Craig's about to bring the fire.
All right, later, Johnny.
All right, peace, twin man, peace. What up, Craig?
I ain't bringing no fire.
No, it's Friday night, no fire.
Nah, man.
All right, so tonight's topic is the international players versus the USA players. I kept it to the under 30 guys and guys who did not play on the USA team. Would you take the international squad here, or would you take the USA players?
Well, I'll take just for the fact that they got Giannis, Joker, and Embiid. Just those three.
Well, you can't start all three of them.
I'm just saying that's the last three league MVPs right there.
I mean, that's true. That is true. Tatum, Brown, Mitchell, none of these guys have been MVPs. I think Tatum,
none of those
candidate. We got defensive player of the year, but they got Gobert.
Just put it like this: your superstars on the US team, none of them won a chip. Your role players got more championships than your star players on the USA team. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, wait, Looney has a championship. Stop it, sir. Looney has a
like I said, the role players got more championships than the star players on the USA team.
Portis has a championship. There's some Knicks players here, so there's no championships there. So
and some Brooklyn players.
But no, I'm just saying though. I mean, and mind you, these are not the top tier players. We didn't, because Stephen Curry's supposed to be top 10, Kevin Durant's top 10, Anthony Davis.
But they're not. These are players under 30. Based on what you put down.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying though, because I think Giannis.
So you're saying all our best players are 30 and over? That's what you're saying. All our old players are old.
You broke in and out. Try to say that again.
I said all our best players are all old now.
I mean, no, these are really our best players. I mean, outside of KD, Stephen Curry, and Davis, who people are guaranteed to put in their top 10. You have Tatum, people who making their top 10. I mean, I don't understand why Young's not in people's top 10 or close enough to it. But I guess that's right. There's nobody else here. It would be all SGA, Luka, Giannis, Joker, Embiid, Stephen Curry, KD, Davis. So the top 10 is not.
Why you got Bam on international? Wasn't he on the USA team a couple of years ago?
I think he was, but I think
he was on FIBA.
He was on the FIBA team. I thought he was Nigerian though. Maybe it's because his parents are Nigerian.
Don't matter what team he played for.
Let's go look it up. I don't know. I could be wrong. I thought I always called him.
I know he's foreign, but he played on a USA team. He got his.
I know. Now that you say that, I remember you. Now that you say that, I do remember him being on the USA team. Oh, you know what? He was born in New Jersey, so I'm wrong. So he is an American, or considered American.
His parents, on the other hand.
His parents, on the other hand, yes, are Nigerians. So. Yeah. Okay. So Bam. All right. So I got because I wanted to put Bam on the USA team.
Yeah, he
I
was on the
like,
FIBA team.
but he was on the FIBA team, and that's another thing too. We all know the FIBA team is a little bit different than the USA team, but didn't the USA say that you have to be committed to their program for several years? You can't just join for just the Olympics. Isn't that one of the rules?
Listen, it's for the rules for the people that ain't good enough to break those rules. Rules are meant to be broken. You just got to be that special person that be able to break them. I guarantee you, if LeBron say I want to play no matter what year it is, okay.
Okay. All right. So if they need that veteran leadership, like they supposedly,
I see
they
my
brought
name in
Kobe.
the chat. Who is that?
That's John. That's one of the GOAT James Kingdom members. He said right here, he said Craig is the LeBron James. He went off DJs. He is the best. He's the LeBron James of DJs. He's the best. What happened to Craig? We lost Craig. But I'm saying, right, if the dream team, or not the dream team, the redeem team, right? If the redeem team needed Kobe Bryant for leadership issues because they were such a young team at the time, should Stephen Curry be the one that steps up in 2024 and be the guy that helps the USA?
I say it should be young players and players who never won a gold medal on the team. We're supposed to be the best country in the world. It should, no matter who we put on the team.
Stephen Curry said that. Adrian Knights agree with you too. Like he said, I agree with you. These guys shouldn't take up spots for the younger generation. I think, like I said, I think guys like Trae Young, John Morant, and them should be involved. You know what I'm saying? I like Anthony Edwards. I think he's going to play. I like, and even the big men, because that was another thing I heard somebody was saying, or I saw people saying that we didn't have enough big men. Our big men are garbage. They're like the top 10 rebounders in the NBA. I think only one of them is American. The rest are international players.
I mean, there's really no American. I can't see. I'm trying to remember who's a legitimate big man from America. I'm really trying to. I mean, Embiid now.
Embiid.
But I mean, the way the game is played, you don't have a back to a basket center anymore. I mean.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't need that. Look at the big men that we brought up here. None of the big men here that we brought up for these guys are back to the basket guys. None of these guys. Even what does Gobert do? Marketing. I know Sabonis, they were using Sabonis, but he got called out during the playoffs. They showed that he couldn't go to his right, I think it was. He could only go to his left. And they really like embarrassed him in the playoffs. Golden State did.
Let me show.
Right?
What are you talking about? Sabonis. I'm about to say Sabonis. Sabonis when against Golden State.
Yeah, against Golden State. They were talking about
exposed them, but they could have won that. I mean, Fox was playing out of his mind, though.
But that's what I'm saying. They don't have no back to the basket post
because there's no one's.
It doesn't exist.
You don't have to guard the hole no more. You got to guard the perimeter now.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I'm saying. And another thing about people forget, the international court is smaller. It's the width of the court is actually smaller. The length of the court is actually smaller as well. The 3-point line is shorter, okay? And they do have the gather step in FIBA. I don't know if they have the gather step in the Olympics. I believe they also have it in the Olympics. Maybe not. But they also, like I said, the players know how to play with one another because they play on international teams. They, and another thing, they like representing their country. You are Kevin Durant, you are these guys, you a star. If you're Trae Young, you're a star already here. In those countries, that's what makes you a star, playing for your team and representing your team. You know what I'm saying? Representing your country, in fact. So,
see, that's the thing. And like America is really like, I mean, there's pro sports out there, but not too many it's the NBA. Like the USA, there's a cheat code who forgot the cheat code.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, the NBA still does a great job with the product that they have. And obviously all these players are in the NBA, but I don't think that the USA doesn't have the talent, and I don't think the international talent is better than the NBA. I just think, not the NBA, the American players. I think the American players are really, all these players are really good. I think if they were on the FIBA team, they would have won the gold.
See, that's the difference between the foreign players and the US based players is that they was trained differently. They were trained to play a different way, even though basketball is basically is universal, sport, but everybody got different ways. Like they were saying, like these players today, they mostly play for themselves, where the foreign players, they play as a coherent team. That's why you can have a team full of role players and win, because a team will, they've been playing together. They know how they play. They know what to do. Where you just get an AAU team, everybody wants to be the star. Nobody wants to play a role playing job in the Olympics. That's the problem. Everybody
or they don't know how to as well. Like when Anthony Edwards was asked to come off the bench, he was like, "Why? I don't know." Like they don't know how to get going off of the bench. That's why, like a player like what they used to call him, microwave Vinny Johnson. There's just some players like Manu Ginobili. You can just bring them right into the game, and instantly they know how to get their game going. They can get hot real quick.
See, Ginobili was a starter who was just the bench. He could have been the starter, but
he can play. That's what I'm saying. He can play different facets of the game. So that's why you can bring him off the bench or make him a starter.
And the fact that he was always in at the end of the games too, I think he didn't mind coming off the bench if he's gonna finish the game.
A lot of these guys can't do that, like you said, because of the way they're trained to play basketball in the United States.
Everybody is the man in their own hood.
Exactly. That's why Twin Man brought up Ray Allen. Ray Allen's a good example of that. Ray Allen was able to change his game and be different facets because he was skilled at what he do. A lot of these guys are skilled at scoring.
If a guy Ray Allen was a go-to basket, he wasn't just a jump shooter. That's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He was a multifaceted player, so he was able to come off of the bench. He was able to play with the big three and have a different role. He was able to play different roles, and that's what you need when you have all these international players. Like you said, they all can play their role. And it shows you, though, how good the international players are, because when they play in the NBA, they play their role in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the team requires from you as the guy that's playing on Germany or the guy that's playing on Finland or the guy that's playing on thing, you have a role for the NBA, but then when you go to the Finland team or your national team, your role changes. You could actually be the guy that scores more points. You could be Dylan Brooks and be the
defensive. I was just about to say Dylan Brooks. He done resurrected his NBA career in overseas.
he already did he get like a 4-year, $80 million deal, something like that in Houston? So he's chilling. He was all defensive selected player this year, so he got his nod for being a good player.
But
he just got exposed. He just got exposed by the GOAT, LeBron James. That's all. You don't open your mouth about the GOAT. You got to keep your mouth shut. If the GOAT will show up, the GOAT will show up. That's for sure.
No, sometimes.
Dylan Brooks is a funny character, but that's another thing too, man. We have access to make fun of these guys all day long. It's just a different media, man. But again, I think the U.S. is fine. I think the Olympics will be straight. But was there a 2020 Olympics, Summer Olympics? No, right? Because of the pandemic.
No, it was the pandemic canceled everything. Remember that everything was shut down. Remember, they didn't start the league back till September.
That's true.
You know how the Olympics, you know how many people be in one place at the Olympics? You think they're going to have everybody breathing on each other?
Yeah, no, I know that. So, but yeah, man. So, I think, like I said, I think the USA is good. I can't wait. The NBA season is only 2 weeks away. October 5th is the first preseason game. We have the first in-season tournament coming up this year. I'm excited. I can't wait. On this week's show, we're going to talk about the Lakers odds and are they still title contenders? So make sure you guys catch us Sunday noon. Brandon and I will be ready to go and have a great show for y'all. But I'm about to get up out of here because it is a Friday night, and I want to let folks enjoy their Friday night. You got any last words for the people here, Craig?
No, I'm gonna go and see what other mess I got myself to in that group.
Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you this, man. You guys, Craig understands me perfectly fine. I do not have time to be reading people's comments. So again, if you're not man enough to come on Friday Night Exposure or come on GOAT James Kingdom show on a Sunday afternoon, I don't know what to tell you. I don't have time to read your comments, always respond to everything. If you're somebody who's speaking intelligently and the first couple of sentences is worthy of responding to, I might respond to it, but I don't have time for it. If you want to speak to me, this is where I'm at, right here on the GOAT James Kingdom platform on YouTube. You want to talk basketball? As you can see, we can talk basketball. So shout out to you, Craig, man, for representing the Michael Jordan fans. And
That's the problem. You want to come on the show, y'all won't let them.
I let them come up. They don't want to come up. Like the guy said, he wants to talk. They don't want to really talk and really talk basketball. They
No,
are
I'm
scared.
not. I'm just messing with you, but I'm talking about a particular person.
Yeah, they're scared, bro. I don't get it, man. It's like, why don't? Because they want to cuss us out. They want to be disrespectful. They want to call you clowns and all this stuff. And this is the funny thing, Craig. They claim, oh, I work. That's why I can't do it, right? Now, mind you, if you're in your mid-30s or above and you're still working weekends, you ain't did shit for your life. All right? You a loser. All right? You're a straight up loser, bro.
Hey, I work on Sunday. I got to work this Sunday.
But I'm just saying, you don't work every Sunday, right? And your job is a different job, though, right? You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, if you don't have weekends off and you're a grown man in your 30s and your 40s, bro, what were you doing to have? I mean, you don't got no seniority. You don't have no position to where you can have a weekend off, where you're working on Friday night and a Sunday morning. Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy. I pray
Hey,
for that.
certain jobs, they require you, and they do pay well.
For menial jobs, that's what I tell you. For menial jobs and menial people, I'm sorry. I know. I worked at a casino. When I worked Friday nights, I had Sundays off. If I worked Sundays, I wasn't working Friday nights. Obviously, you would not. Again, managers ain't working Friday nights and all that other crazy. Nobody, I don't know. You have not did enough in your life to earn the weekends off. That means you just been shitting, for the last 15, 20 years of your life.
And some jobs you don't pay nothing, but they close on the weekend, so you have no choice to stay home.
But that's what I'm saying. So even, like I said, even the jobs, like I said, working at the airport, the people who have the overnight Friday night shift, bro, if you're working the Friday night shift, you are literally the last of the crop that they don't care about you. You can actually quit. They don't care. They can replace you.
Yeah, but they gotta pay you the most. So you gotta get that night differential. You gotta.
Some jobs don't do that though. I've worked at places where they don't do night differential. I've worked at places like that. So.
Nah, them city jobs do that. That's the last time I had to work overnight when I had a city job.
Yeah, where I work at now, they do that. They give you $1 extra for working the night shift, and that's fine. That's that's cool. But again, the people who work the Friday night shift don't work Sundays. And the people who work Sundays ain't working Friday nights. So if you're working Friday nights and Sunday nights, that means you're working.
I ain't working no nights. I'm out by 5.
That means you have like Wednesday night off and Tuesday night off or some crap like that. Like that's when you're off during the middle of the week. That means you have done nothing in your life. You have not earned the seniority. You haven't earned the position. Nothing at all, so that you can have a weekend to yourself.
He said you have a weekend since he was in school.
Can't even go to church.
You ain't spent Christmas with your child since you was a child.
Oh man, shout out to Craig, man. Y'all can catch Craig in the Facebook group because we are also on Facebook as GOAT James Kingdom, man. You have a good night, Craig, man.
You too.
All right, bro. So, anyways, y'all, we're gonna have a great ending to the show. As you can see, I bring up opportunities for people to speak to me. I'm not afraid of none of you cats, man, but I'm not gonna sit here and read none of you guys' messages. It takes too long to read all your crappy comments, but it's basically the same nonsense. Anyways, if you're man enough, come talk to me here. I'm gonna be live every Friday night. I'll be back next Friday night, but I'm also gonna be live Sunday afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, with my boy Brandon, where we go live and talk the GOAT conversation and the basketball like no other. I am Johnny the Exposer. This is Friday Night Exposure. You guys have seen the best of basketball talk here. You guys have a beautiful Friday night. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. You hit the like button. Share the content. Check out the membership because there are different perks for becoming a member of our group. If you want to reach out to us as a member of GOAT James Kingdom, it's GoatJamesKingdomShow@gmail.com or GoatJamesKingdom@gmail.com. Y'all boys have a beautiful night. I am Johnny the Exposer. I am out of here. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, and I'll see y'all in a couple of days, y'all. Enjoy.